And we are live. What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. It's hump day, y'all. We're almost there. And welcome, y'all. This is I'm DL saying it's the DL saying I really want to know podcast. What's good? Doing what we always do. Checking how I check it. You know what I mean? I'm on. There we go. Looks like the levels are good. We can get into this, man. How y'all feeling? How's your Wednesday going? I hope it's going really well. We just chilling here. Yeah, today is Wednesday. Yep, it sure is Wednesday. See, I have a hard time keeping track. I normally go by what's the what I have going on different days. My daughter's tutor switched the days. So she came today instead of the regular day, so it kind of threw me off a little bit. So I'm sitting here like, yo, what day is it? But it is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I hope all is well, y'all, man. I hope y'all doing big things. You know what I mean? I hope. Yeah, man, just out here doing this. You know how it is. We in these trenches, man, these YouTube trenches, trying to make things happen, man. I was, last week I was out just kind of going through YouTube, and I stumbled upon a YouTuber, a very lovely young woman who, I guess she's originally from California, but now lives in New York. Very popular, it seems, has a lot of subs. And I watched an episode that she, one of her one of her vlogs. And I wanted to talk about it. There's a lot going on out here in the world right now, man. We're talking about traditional roles are being blurred these days. It's kind of like what King Xerxes said about the people during his time. He said, it seems that my women are made of men parts and my men are made of women parts. And that's what we're seeing today. There's definitely this shift where, ground zero right now, like where the front is, where the trenches really are, where all of the, where it's going down is in the dating world right now for these young folks and for everybody. Really, it's kind of spilled over into all cohorts. It doesn't matter what age you are. You can be someone like me, old dude in his 50s, or you can be someone who's, brand new 18-year-old. The dating marketplace has completely changed. And there's tons of people out here trying to figure it out. YouTube's here. And the thing that people just can't wrap their head around is how much effect Twitter, Instagram, Tinder has had on the sexual marketplace. It's a brave new world now. It's a brave new world. So I came across this video of this very exotic looking, very lovely young lady who the title of the video was, "I'm never approaching men again." Right off rip. That's the title of it. I'm never approaching men again. Quick little video. I don't know, like 15, 16 minutes long. I was, I kind of, hit on it, see what was going on. And she tells the story of how she approached a dude in New York, Upper East Side, and what happened. So I was like, yo, I got to definitely talk about this. Kind of give my 2 cents as an old dude as to what, I think is going on. Brother O's in the house. I see you. What's good? Welcome. Checking in from South Africa, man. What's up? It's always good to see you. I hope you are well, brother. I really do. I hope your family is well. Brother O's an artist out there in South Africa, man. He's doing big things. Hit him up on his Instagram. Brother O, put your Instagram in the chat, man. In case somebody needs some design work or some artistic work, maybe they'll be able to link up with you. Maybe you'll be able to, get yourself a new client. Thanks for coming through. But yeah, man. So right away, let's get into it. Let's talk about who I found and what's going on. Let's see. Let's do this one. I like that one better. That's a pretty big picture there. Here she is. Very young, like I said, very exotic looking, very lovely young lady. Her name is Kelly Stamps. Who is Kelly Stamps? Now this page that I'm on is information-cradle.com. I don't believe that, they're by no stretch of the imagination are they mainstream. I think it's just some young people out there trying to maybe compete with Wikipedia, because she's really popular on YouTube and, social media, but not quite. She hasn't quite broke through to the mainstream. Therefore, I didn't see anything on Wikipedia. You know what I mean? So here she is. Kelly Stamps, YouTuber, BioWiki. So it just tells, here she is. Here's a brief synopsis of who she is. Kelly Stamps is a famous American YouTube personality, Instagram star, and model who rose to fame as a YouTube content creator because of her adulthood vlogs and lifestyle videos. She began her YouTube channel in 2017, June 23rd. And as of now, she has more than 600 subscribers. Brother Michael, what's good? I see you, bro. Brother Vikings in the house. I see you. Shout out from the clouds. I appreciate that. I got Overwatch on me. Overwatch. And I'm happy. I know I'm secure. It's all good. All we got to do now is comms up. We get our comms and we are good to go, bro. Good to go. So welcome. Appreciate the support, y'all. I really do. Y'all be coming through, helping your brother, helping this old brother get things going in the young man's world. So Kelly Stamps, YouTube personality, Instagram star, model. Right. And then, it caught my eye seeing her subscriber count. It was like, wow, that's up there. She's getting close to 1 million subscribers. And she doesn't, I haven't seen any lives or anything like that. I'm just kind of like, she does her vlogs when she has time, like old school YouTube. She hasn't necessarily adjusted, to the situation on the ground, so to speak, with, because now if you're in this business, I know just from talking to all the cats out here doing it, like you need to be posting, at least minimum 3 times a week. And if you really want to go after it, should be a couple times a day to really, build up your audience and do what you got to do. And she's got a pretty big following, and, shout out to her. That's good. I mean, she's out here working. She's definitely out here working. So there's another screen I want to share with you guys. Just take a look at her YouTube page. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. Let's take a look at her YouTube. And, you guys can see it. It's not, it's probably, I might be able to get it a little bit bigger, but you get the gist. She has a nice banner. Right. As of to date, 667,000 subscribers. I kind of looked on that. Like when you go to her YouTube page and you just kind of look at her write up, her own write up, and to find out where Instagram is and all those other links, the links page on there. She has a breakdown of how, her subscriber count. So she started March of 2017, 500 subscribers. April 2019, 1,000 subscribers. November 2019, 5,000 subscribers. So I'm like, yo, she's putting in work. Now, I haven't gone and actually looked at how much content she was putting up and how fast and all that. I was just kind of just going off of this information that she posted on her page. January of 2020, 10,000 subscribers. It's like, wow, she's really putting in work. May of 2020, 100,000 subscribers. December of 2020, 500,000 subscribers. I ain't gonna lie, I'm jealous. You know what I mean? I'm jealous. You know what I mean? I know how hard that is. That's difficult to get that kind of reach. Shout out to her. And then of course today's total 667,000 subscribers to Sister Kelly Stamps YouTube, which, like I said, man, and she's a very lovely woman, very exotic look to her. Definitely, I would definitely guess that she's mixed race. I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched a bunch of her content. I just kind of watched the one video that we're going to react to today. I'm going to go back and watch some more. It looks like she's posted something 13 days ago, 61,000 views. I interviewed a New York City woman about dating. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go watch that. Just kind of checking her out. You know what I mean? Just the typical, exotic looking young woman. You're gonna get some shots, nice cleavage. You're gonna get to check out the body. I mean, she's definitely feminine. She appears to be pretty friendly. Like when you watch her content, she appears to have a really good attitude. So, fit, friendly. You know what I mean? So those are definitely those are good things. Just kind of going through here. There's a thumbnail with her in a bikini or maybe her underwear. Just kind of showing off her body. Very very thin. Very very fit. Yeah, and you get to see a lot of different looks. She's looks like she's putting in work. She's doing what she has to do, making money, and putting in work to her brand, getting it all that going. Good for her. Right. And when you watch her video, she sounds feminine. She sounds friendly. She's definitely fit. So, if you're going by the Kevin Samuels or the Red Pill, manosphere doctrine, she's right in there. You know what I mean? So, salute to her. I was like, yo, she's putting in the work. You know what I mean? And Brother Viking, shout out from the clouds, just got out the home gym. That's what's up, man. Y'all need to keep working out. I need to get my old butt on the floor doing some push-ups and sit-ups and back in the gym. Gym's right around the corner, y'all. Not even a quarter mile away. Not even. And my lazy butt, even when you get older, this is what you got to push through. You got to fight that. So there's always reasons not to do something, but you got to push through it. I'm going to force myself to just get in there. I have zero excuses. I got to get in there. Start, get back into the gym, get my body right, because I'm thinking about next summer. You know what I mean? I need to get in there and get right. So next time when I go down to Miami, I get on the boat, so I'm hanging out by the pool. I'm looking righteous. Got to do that. So I know you guys are thinking like, come on, bro, when we going to get to the good part, man? Get to the video. So I'm like, all right, let me get to the video. Here it is right here. Let's see. Yeah, here it is right here. I'm trying to.
So I just had to.
And there it is. She's about to get started. And I hope the levels are good, man. For you guys out there watching, man, let me know if the levels are good. My voice compared to the levels of the video, because we want to keep them pretty much the same. We don't want one way louder or way lower than the other. So let me know, fellas, if the levels are off, if I need to go up on my microphone, because I can go up and I can go down. So just kind of let me know. I kind of found the sweet spot just from working on different platforms and kind of doing these videos. So let's see. And I can't hear the final mix. The mix in my ear coming from this board is not the final mix. Miss AKA ladies in the house. What's good, love? What's good? Welcome. Perfect timing. Is always good to have, strong sisters up in here with good heads on their shoulders. So I'm so glad you're here. Brother Ozek, it's almost summer here in my hemisphere. Almost ready. Yeah, bro. It's about this. We coming up on fall and winter in this hemisphere. So I got the whole fall and winter to get myself ready. But I live in Florida, so the weather doesn't change much here. It's pretty much either really hot or just kind of perfect. We're coming up on the just kind of perfect part of the year. Tons of rain, tons of humidity, tons of alligators, tons of mosquitoes. It is what it is, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a big fan. As soon as my daughter's out of school, I'll be in Miami. Tampa's great. It's great for raising your family, but it's first chance I get, I'm going to Miami. I love living down there. It's great town. That's my kind of speed. So let's get into the video. We're gonna play a little bit. We're gonna run this. I wrote my notes here, man. So I'll be stopping as we go, just kind of make some comments. But basically, she's talking about her adventure she had approaching a man, something that used to be in the man realm. It was always up to the men to approach back in the day. I mean, so again, there's starting to be some blurred gender roles here, and we're seeing how it works out. You know what I mean? And I can give, like I said, give my little old man 5 or 6 cents on what's going on. My perspective. I look forward to hearing y'all perspectives. So here we go.
to jog through Central Park in the rain in dress heels to avoid a psychotic woman in Upper East Side from like beating me up. Hello, welcome to my channel. I am never approaching men ever again. I thought, wow.
How many times have we heard that, fellas? Women try it one time. They're like, I ain't never doing that again. Fellas, you always gonna have to approach women. Always. It is what it is. You know what I mean? There's very few dudes that just sit back and women come up to them.
Be brave. Be confident. You know, they don't get approached as much as we do. What's the worst thing that can happen, I thought? Rejection. Who cares? This builds confidence. I have approached a man 3 times in my life. Once was in like 2017. I approached a guy when I was working as a server at a restaurant. I gave him my number. It was very sweet. He took me out on a date. It was very wholesome and cute.
You hear what she said? She's approached men 3 times in her life. She remembers distinctly each time. Bro, I mean, as a man, you're approaching women. That could be 3 times in an hour. You walk up on some chicks if you out there, because men understand it's a numbers game. We know we're going to get shot down. You know what I mean? She was talking about rejection. No one likes to be rejected, yet men deal with it in order to get sexual access, in order to get just attention from women. We have to deal with it. It goes with the territory, right? Well, at least they used to. Now things are starting to change. And I see just a lot of guys, those MGTOW guys, going their own way, and this is part of it. This is part of it. You know what I mean? And another thing too is to keep, and this is something, shout out to Myron and Fresh over there, Fresh and Fit. Women don't take losses well. They don't deal with rejection well. We've seen it, on World Star. You see it on their platform every now and then in 1080p. Women don't like to hold the L. It is what it is. I'm not mad at them. They shouldn't have to. Women shouldn't have to, in my opinion. Women should not have to come out and approach you. They really should not. If that makes me a traditionalist, okay, I guess I'm a traditionalist. But women shouldn't have to. If they want to, they can. That's fine. But they shouldn't have to. Let's continue.
It just didn't work out just because he was like a nasty hipster who didn't bathe. And, I carry hand sanitizer in my purse. I have a Sudoku book. It just wasn't going to work, okay? My stomach hurts from laughing. I don't laugh at things very often, so that just proves how crazy this story is. I go to this place in Upper East Side. I thought, why not treat myself?
And listen to what she's saying, man. Like, she's in New York. She's talking about going to the Upper East Side to eat. I don't know if anybody's familiar with New York, but that ain't cheap. You heard me. That's not cheap. You know what I mean? She's taking herself out to eat. I got to give her credit for that. But that tells me right off the rip that she's not hurting for money. She doesn't have a roommate. She has a small apartment, but in New York, that's just what it is. She has a nice place. Just looking in the background, she has a nice place. She got bread. You know what I mean? She got bread. That's right, Brother Michael. Upper East Side, bro, New York City, super expensive. Really, New York City, period. Off the chain, crazy expensive. You know what I mean? But like Manhattan, the Upper East Side, Chelsea, all that kind of stuff, man, forget about it.
It's Sunday. I could have stayed in and cooked something, but I thought, no, it's a day of rest. Let me go rest with my, little hairdo, my little layers, and I had on makeup earlier. Like, look, I put on mascara. I was feeling cute. So I put on this really beautiful outfit, and I went up to Upper East Side. I'm a regular. The manager was like, welcome back, everyone.
You hear what she said, man? She's a regular. So she knew where she was going. She goes there often. She goes there by herself often. This is a recurring theme throughout this video. You're going to hear her mention that a few times. Right? And think about it. We all know there are a lot of women out there who use guys as foodie dates. They have it in their phone. They have the dude locked in as foodie date. I don't even think they use his real name. They probably just call him Honey and Babe and don't even really know his name, but that's the dude they use for food. It's probably tiered, right? It's probably tiered to where they have expensive foodie guy, middle road foodie guy, McDonald's foodie guy. You feel me? But I want to give this young woman credit, right? And those other women, like the women I'm talking about, even if they have the money, they know there's a dude out there that will pay, happily pay, right? And then back to this young, beautiful woman right here. Back to Miss Kelly. She's going to the Upper East Side. She goes to this place. She's been there more than once. Why does she go to this place? Why is she going? Why she's been there more than once? Because she knows top tier men are there. Let's just keep it 100. She knows the top tier men are there. She is putting herself in a position where she can be seen by top tier men. Shout out to Melanie King. Melanie was just talking about that. She was advising some young girl either last night or the night before. You want to put yourself in environments where there are top tier guys. You don't want to put yourself out there somewhere where the hood dudes can get a hold of you, right? You don't want to be out somewhere where the geeky poor dudes can maybe get a hold of you. You want to be out there with the top tier guys, ladies, and that's smart. That's real smart. You know what I mean? Brother O was saying, got rejected by almost 100 chicks in one day once. Long story short, my boy was trying to get me a date for an outing. Hey, bro, it's a numbers game. Out of that 100, man, did any of them pan out? If you talk to 100 women, if you get 10 of them to actually, give you a number, get a hold of you, whatever, you actually and then of that 10, you go out with like 1 or 2 of them or whatever, maybe 3. And then of that 3, if you like stay in touch with one, that's a win. You know what I mean? So yeah, how'd that work out for you, bro? Brother Mandrell's in the house. What's good? Food, drinks, plus transportation is about $3,000 in the Upper East Side of Manhattan. Wow, yeah. I believe you, bro. I believe you, man. And Brother Mandrell, if you want the link, man, just let me know. I'll drop the link for you. I love talking to you, bro. So if you know what I mean? If you want the link, let me know. So let's continue.
Everyone's like, hey, welcome back again. You're like, I know the whole staff. We're like tight, With that being said, they know a little bit about me. They're like, oh, you're the girl who always comes alone and eats. And then the guy, the other manager basically was like, we got to get you a man. Like, we got to find someone for you. And I was like, no, stop. Like, it's above.
Bro, listen. And the guys know this. This woman right here is above average in looks. She has a very exotic look. If I were to guess of her mix, I would say there's some African American and like maybe Thai or Cambodian or Vietnamese, like that region, Southeast Asia, and black, American black. If I had to guess, that's what I would guess. Again, I don't know anything about her background or anything like that. You know what I mean? Imagine said 300, not 3,000. Hey, bro, it's 3,000 when you go to Mr. Child's and you know what I mean? Nobu and all them kind of restaurants. Like, bro, after drinks, after the bottle, couple bottles of wine, dessert, the full meal, bro. Yeah, it's about $3,000 up each side, man. I thought you was getting down like I was getting down. But yeah, you can count on just a regular night going out to have a bite to eat with, transportation and all that. Eat 300 all day. There's no way you're going to go out up east side of New York, really anywhere in New York for less than that, bro. Just keeping it 100. I mean, LA is about 200, 150 to 250 in LA. Just trying to keep a normal, going to Ocean's Prime or, going to EPLP, dinner, drinks, Uber, back and forth, all that. Yeah, easy. Brother O, not well, my brother. It was back when I was a high schooler. I was one of the nerdy guys. It's all good, man. It's still a numbers game. All you needed back then really was a little game. It's all, especially for young kids, man. When you're a little kid, it's all about the approach, man. Social status really, that social status really is a big plus. You know what I mean? Like if you're a sports guy, I would imagine y'all play, soccer. We call it soccer, but y'all call it football or rugby. Like if you're one of those type dudes, yeah, that's it, man. You got that social status behind you. If you're nerdy or whatever, you're going to have to put in some extra work. Like your game got to be on point. You can't sound like a nerd. I'm a nerd, but I can't sound like one, bro. Only when you need to. So yeah, you could have used a little bit of game. Too bad I didn't know you back then. I might have been able to help you. I mean, Brother Mandrell, facts. Like, yeah, bro, like New York is, forget about it. New York, DC, LA, people like to say Miami. Miami is not that expensive when you compare it to the other big cities. Real talk. Miami's not as expensive. If you're in South Beach, yeah, you're going to pay that premium. But Brickell, There's spots in Brickell that's not that bad. Not that bad. Get a lot of bang for your buck. You know what I mean? If you go to Doral, Kendall, or if you go up to Broward, forget about it, bro. You up there big ball, big Willie status. You know what I mean? Depends on where you go. So when people say Miami is expensive, I'm like, that's a tourist. They really don't know Miami like that. South Beach is expensive, absolutely. But, you know what I mean? Wynwood, Brickell, Midtown, there's spots up there where, you know, it's pretty cool vibe, like the kids say, and it won't break the bank. You know what I mean? So let's continue.
Above these like beautiful wedding shops, they're always telling me like, don't you want someone to buy you a wedding dress? And I'm like, you know what? What the heck? Start approaching men. Not on these dating apps, because you already know how I feel about those. Dating apps are not good because there are people like me who actually date with intention, and there's people who don't. There's
a little bit of cap there, y'all. She's talking about dating apps because it's not that good. Why? Because all of the women shoot at the top tier guys and they overlook all the bottom tier guys. On the dating apps, man, it's really like 90-10 rule, 95-5 rule. All those women are gunning for the top guys, and all those dudes are just waiting. You know what I mean? And matter of fact, don't take my word for it. Hamza, which is a big YouTuber, I'm pretty sure the Red Pill guys know all about him. I'm new to him. I didn't really know him that well. He wears the little robe, the hood, and all that kind of stuff. I didn't know him that well, but I did catch one of his videos, and we're gonna pull it up. We're just gonna do a quick swap here. See if I can do it. Stop that one. I'm about to go back to that one. I'm gonna pull up this one, and let's see if we can find it. But I definitely wanted just a real quick. Where is it? It was a real quick clip on one of his. Here it is, right here. And the title of this particular video is "Tinder is brutally annihilating men's mental health." Right, and he got in here and made a really good point, which I want to use to address her point about dating. And this is why she doesn't like dating. And he puts it way better than I can. So let's check this out real quick. And shout out to Hamza. Go like and subscribe. Go subscribe to both these channels, please. You know what I mean? You know, because we need to support each other out here at YouTube.
An 8 out of 10 guy, it's not unheard of that he would message and try to just hook up with a 5 out of 10 girl. What really should happen is that a 5 out of 10 guy should message the 5 out of 10 girl, and both of these people are essentially perfect for each other. But because of these platforms reducing the consequences of a man showing interest to a woman who he normally wouldn't want to be with, an 8 can message a 5. And this is where the real problem begins, because this 5 out of 10 girl, and I know it sounds stupid as fuck saying, out of 10, like, I've always hated this like rating metric shit. But for the purposes of explanation, pretty much everyone can understand what I'm really getting at here. This 5 out of 10 girl is now getting messages from guys who are 5s, even some guys who are 4s, but also from guys who are 6s, 7s, 8s, maybe a couple of 9s. Who is she going to pick? So she's going to see a message.
You dig? The game is skewed online. And like he's saying, if it would be in the perfect world, wouldn't it be nice if the 5 male would message the 5 female, and let's say that the way that the game works, the people would go 1 above their rating and 2 down or something like that. Wouldn't it be nice if the 5 over here meets the 5 over here and they realize they hit it off, they love each other? And think of when we talk about 5, y'all, and this was, you know, again, shout out to Fresh and Myron. They had a bunch of women on the platform, and all the women were rating themselves. They were all saying that we're 10s, we're 100s, we're 20s, we this and that. And it was like they were talking about 5s, and all the women were like, ew, 5, ew, ew. 5 is average. Like a 5 is an attractive person. They're pretty. 5 is pretty. Right? It's when you get below 5 when you start to get into, you know, like the not so pretty, right? And you keep going down, and that's when you start to get into different things. You know, when you get to the 4s, the 3s, the 2s. You know what I mean? But 5, middle of the road, average, the average person just waking up out of bed is, you know, okay. They're not bad. You put on a little makeup on when you're talking about women, bam. Adjustable 7, just like that. This AKA lady From my view, men have a lot of pressures to approach, perform, and pay when initiating communications or connections. I don't mind leveling out that risk and approaching a man. No big deal. I mean, and that's cool, Miss AKA lady. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But I'm old school. I think men should take on that burden, put in that work, right, and go deal with that rejection. I think, my personal opinion, I think it's just too easy for women to go approach guys because it's a thing. But here's the thing: women are going to approach dudes. I don't think they're going to approach guys at their level. I think they're only going to approach guys that are higher than them because they have this inflated, kind of ego kind of thing. Like, well, I'm not a 5, I'm a 9, I'm an 8. And that's the problem. So we're going to let Hamza continue his explanation.
From a guy who's an 8 and like think, oh shit, like he's really hot and oh, he's got game and like, oh, he wants to meet me. Okay, they're gonna meet, sleep with each other, and it's gonna be somewhat ingrained in her personality. Yep, this is the level of man that I attract. And now this girl almost thinks that she's on this level. She's not bad for thinking this. We can't really blame her for this. And now she will not accept anything less than this 8 out of 10. But the issue is that these 8s here who maybe still message her know her true worth, her true value, and they probably don't want to commit to her. They probably don't want to get into something which is like really long term. They're really just messaging her for like a late night hookup, but it's too late. Her self-image has been inflated. Now, usually boosting your self-image is an incredibly powerful thing, but in this one instance, in terms of modern dating, especially like Tinder and Instagram DMs and all the other dating apps, it really does seem to skew a lot of problems, because now this girl who is technically here, but who thinks that she's here, will never feel okay with getting with a guy who's here. She will always feel like she's settling with being with a guy who she's actually on the level with. The guys.
Did you hear that? Brother Michael, play that button. I'm not sure what you mean. What button am I supposed to play? Oh, the holla, holla, holla button. Hold on. I know what button you want. My bad. Brother Michael's in there doing his thing, putting in work.
Holla, 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 holla.
Whenever Brother Michael sees someone, he's all about that. My bad, I thought I heard something. You see me looking around. It's like, what's going on? But yeah, that's the thing though. I tell young guys to come up to me, man, when it comes to, just moving around and being out there in the sexual marketplace. They're like, if it's just one piece of advice you could give me, Uncle Saint, what would it be? And it's very, very simple, gentlemen. A, B, T, S. That's the acronym. Always be talking shit. That's the acronym, gentlemen. Always be talking shit.
Holla, 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 holla. Let me holler at you. Let me holler at you.
It's a numbers game, gentlemen. Point blank, period. It's a numbers game. So I completely agree with what Brother Hamza has to say here. I've also heard Byron Gaines talk about this very same thing. Rollo Tomasi, Brother Rich Cooper. You hear this over and over and over and over again in the manosphere, in the red pill world, over and over and over again. You hear it all the time. Once a woman who is like, once she's here and she gets a guy who's up here one time, now she believes, well, that's her new level. And she will not talk to the guys down here, which is where she is. They just won't do it. I'm not mad at them. They're like, hey, man, we leveled up. This is where I'm at now. So I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all, but you must be realistic, people. We got to be realistic. If you out there, man or woman, you know what I mean? If you average, if you a 5 or a 6 and you manage to snag yourself a 9 or a 10, which people, 9s and 10s make money off their beauty. That's how fine they are. 9s and 10s live on their beauty. They make that much money just because they look the way they do. That's why they got that 9 to 10. Like 10s are like royalty beauty. Like men with title and lands want to marry them just because they're beautiful like that and make them princesses and duchesses and baronesses. That's 10, right? Swimsuit model, you know what I mean? Super celebrity A-list, that's 10. Like, and I ain't talking about the Hollywood A-listers because some of them just be like, yeah, but y'all know what I'm talking about. The kind of women that get wifed up by billionaires, you know what I mean? Not all of them, but a lot of them. Like the first wives are always the 10s, and then later on it goes down. But 5 is average. 5, 6. Okay, you're like average, like everybody else. And if you manage to get you a, 8, 9, 10, you need to understand that, wow, you caught one, you got lucky. That's not gonna work. You know what I mean? There are the outliers. Maybe you got lucky. Maybe you hit the lotto. But generally speaking, especially if it's a guy, if it's a woman who's like a 5, 6, 7, and she's hounding a guy that's like an 8, 9, 10, that's wealthy and handsome and all that kind of stuff, socially calibrated, he's just smashing. Y'all got to remember that. Let's continue.
It's going to be someone who cares a little bit more, and then it just gets kind of weird because someone likes someone more than this person, and then it's just like, no, I just don't do that. I don't do that, okay? So I thought, why not approach with intention? If I see somebody who's checking me out, and I know that they're probably too shy, if there's some situation, I'm going to approach from now on, I thought.
Now, here's the thing. When attractive women, when exotic women go out and they're like doing what she's talking to do, like for her in this particular instance, what she was talking about, the kind of guy that she's looking to approach, that guy will never be too shy to approach a woman. Ever. Ladies, if a guy's top tier like that, if he wants you, he gonna come holler at you. He would never be afraid to approach, ever. If he doesn't approach, he just doesn't feel like dealing with it. But he will never. All you got to do is stand close to him. You get close to him, he see you make eye contact, he's coming to holler at you. Point blank, period. He will never be afraid to approach. I can't stress that enough. Never, ever, 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 never will he be afraid to approach. Especially someone as lovely as this woman right here, Kelly. She is a very exotic looking, cute young woman. Why not?
What's the worst thing that can happen? Rejection, maybe? So I'm sitting at this restaurant and there's a couple of people next to me and there's a group over here. So I'm sitting at a bench like this on the little outdoor street section. And I look to my left, there's this insanely gorgeous man. Insanely gorgeous. He looked like he was maybe Italian.
It was exactly what she wanted. She saw exactly what she wanted. Guys, young guys, if y'all listening to this, if a woman sees you and you are what she wants, you don't have to do anything. Your mission is to keep your mouth shut. Let her do all the work. She asks you a question, you turn her right back to tell me, you know what I mean? How do you feel about that? Tell me about yourself. Turn it right back to her. If you are what she wants, bro, you in. Your mission is to not fuck it up. That's it. That is it. I can't tell you how many times when Uncle Saint was a youngin', he just opened his mouth, shoved his foot right up in it, talked myself right out of the Foxy Brown. I did it a million times. I'm not lying to y'all. Did it. I've done it. The best thing in life for me when I was out there in the streets was understanding that I get so much further by not saying anything. You're more mysterious. Her little hamster wheel is running. She's making up all kind of shit about you. Whatever she's making up in her mind about you is far better than whatever it was you about to say about yourself. Trust me when I tell you. Trust me when I tell you. Keep your mouth shut. Brother Jose is in the house. What's good, fam? I see you. Brother Jose be over there on Manly King supporting Uncle Saint in the chat, keeping them savage people off my back, man. He definitely got my 6. That's what's up, bro. Brother Jose is on my tack team. You understand? We out there in it. You know what I mean? 2-man tack team over there. So what's good? Brother Jose, man, where are you in America, bro, in the world, man? Where you at, homie? You know what I'm saying? So thank you so much, man. Brother Michael has the breakdown, man, for real. 10 is stunning, 9 is gorgeous, 8 is beautiful, 7 is attractive, 6 is cute, and 5 is average. I must agree with that, man. Well said, brother. Well said. Brother Jose is like, DL Saints to go. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I ain't joking, man. I appreciate your support, man. You know what I mean? Them people over there be wilding. You know what I mean? But I'm cool with Melanie King. I support her. I like what she's doing. She's done big things, bro. Like inside of 6 months or so, man, she's garnered what, over 200,000 subscribers. Making it happen. And for those of you who don't know, check out Melanie King. She's just this older, very elegant, beautiful sister. She's divorced, of course, who is very RP aware. She is very RP aware. And if you want to see Simps in action, live in 1080p, treat yourself. Treat yourself. Brother Jose, am I lying? Them dudes be over there making utter fools of themselves. I mean, it's sad to see. I'm not going to lie to you. It is sad to see. Oh, the more confident the brother, the funnier it is. Man, she shoots them people down. Oh, she shoots them down. You know what I mean? I'm just catching up on these chats. Brother Jose, like, you already know. I do, man. He's in Maryland. That's what's up. Yo, at the DMV, too. Woo, you talk about somebody who see dimes day in and day out. Man, what it do up there at the DMV, bro? I know what you got up there, man. Shit. Woo, how many dimes you see a day? Man. You know what I mean? Shout out to you. Let me give you another horn for that. In Maryland? Maryland. You up in Maryland at DMV? Man, you see everything from the princess level all the way down to the hood level, man. You got probably got the top chicken heads up in there wearing next to nothing. Oh, good old days, bro. Back in the day when I was out there like that. Yeah, competition is fierce, man. But here's the thing, though. For like, if you do the work like Rich Cooper, shout out to Rich Cooper, by the way. If you do the work, right? If you do, keep your body together, maintain your frame, have confidence in yourself, man, and your abilities, be able to just really take care of yourself. You don't have to be top tier level when it comes like finances. Just, you got your own place. Your place is nice. It's furnished nice. It's clean. You know how to cook. You're a well thought man. Bro, I'm telling you. That's all you really need, man. And then if you have that and a little bit of game, if you understand female nature, man, you be able to get whatever you want, up to and including dimes. Yes, sir. I'm trying to tell you. You know what I mean? Like, and for real, y'all got to go over to Melanie King, man. I'm going to be ninja watching for like a few days, maybe watching replays, because I was on there last night. And then she has a members only. She did a members only last night. And I jumped on. She pulled me up on the screen with these other guys, man. I had to jump off, man. I had to jump the hell off, bro. It just to be on the screen with those dudes was too much. Like, man, get me out of here, bro. I couldn't even do it. Not to talk down to those brothers. I really don't want to talk down to them, but bro, weirdos. I keep trying to tell y'all, man, y'all young dudes, man, listen to what I'm saying, man. Don't be a weirdo. Point blank, period. Right? Money, game, frame don't mean shit if you're a weirdo. Just keeping it 100, man, you have to get yourself socially calibrated. Figure it out. If you can't figure it out on your own, you're going to have to get some guys in your tribe that can show you the way. Right? If you're a weirdo, please don't hang out with a bunch of other weirdos, bro. Please don't do it. So I had to get that out there, man. All this, this red pill manosphere shit, man. Like, there's people out there who really need it. And a lot of those guys pop up on Melanie King's feed trying to shoot they shot. That's what they do. Instead, they get shot the hell up like this.
Get some! Get some!
Melanie's in the helicopter just tearing them up. Do you shoot the weirdos and soy boys too? Yeah, sometimes. How do you do it? Easy. You don't lead them as much. Get some.
Get some!
Yeah. Yeah. She tear them boys up. She tear them up. Brother Doug's in the house. What's good, man? Where that horn at, man? I gotta show you some love. You know what I mean? Brother Doug be out there making it happen. There you go. Brother Doug, man, if Snuggle T come in here, Snuggle, my favorite troll, I'm gonna start calling her Snuggle T. If Snuggle T come in here, Brother Doug, you're gonna have to take that. Take one for the team, bro. That is your responsibility. You are the monster. If Snuggle T show up, you better take that. You understand? Salute to the chat. Salute to you, Brother Doug. Thanks for coming in here, man. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Brother Michael's in here always working hard, man. I appreciate that, man. Yo, you still come to Tampa or what, bro? You never got back to me, man. Hit me up on Instagram, man. It's I Really Want to Know podcast on Instagram. Hit me up. You coming out here to Tampa, bro, let's go get a drink. Let's talk. I'm going to make sure you ain't a weirdo. If you a weirdo, we're going to have to get you sorted out. You know what I mean? Have to go all the way back to basics on it. If you a weirdo, I done already claimed you, bro. I already claimed you. So if you a weirdo, I'm going to have to get you sorted out. And the first thing I'll do is teach you how to pray.
Pray!
This is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. We'll teach you how to pray, bro. We'll change the words up a little bit. I am not a weirdo. There are many weirdos out there, but I am not one. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to get a weirdo prayer. I am going to get a weirdo prayer. Y'all can help me out, man. Y'all send me y'all best versions of a weirdo prayer. I am not a weirdo. There are many out there, but I am not one. Yeah, bro. Fellas, we got work to do. We got to get y'all up to speed, bro. We got young women out here like this beautiful young woman over here. Like, yeah, she's no 10. She doesn't have to be. She's papered up, y'all. She got bread, man. She's in the Upper East Side eating all the time. They know her in here. The Upper East Side is not known for discount meals, people. Just here to tell you. They ain't known for discount meals. Ain't no Golden Corrals up on the Upper East Side. Ain't no Golden Corrals up there. So let's continue to hear what she has to say.
This man was fine. Finer than a fine-tooth comb. He was just gorgeous, right? And he's sitting there with his mom. I did not want to approach while the mom was there because I just think it's weird to like interject a romance while you see someone with their parents.
And her logic here isn't, it's not flawed. It's not flawed. She's not familiar with this world. She doesn't know how to approach. Why would she think that this older woman sitting with this beautiful man isn't his mother? But when I first saw this story, having not even been there, I'm not even sitting in there. I'm not even there with her. Gorgeous young man, older woman, Upper East Side, high-end restaurant. I'm like, that's not his mom. He's smashing that old lady. Because that's New York. And everybody broke. Everybody broke. That's New York, man. But as men, we understand that because as a socially calibrated guy, I've done my share of people watching. I understand where I am. I know my environment. You must know your environment. You must know where you at. So when people ask me for advice, I'm like, all right, where you at? And once they tell me where they at, yeah, I can help them out. I already know what time it is. Upper East Side. You know what I mean? It's the same as being in Bel Air, right? It's the same as being in Buckhead, right? It's the same as being in Coral Gables. You see a young, handsome man and an older woman with a lot of work. It's a good chance that dude is the little sugar. He's the sugar baby and she's the sugar mama. That's the thing. That's going on more and more these days.
Because that's just, I don't know. I didn't talk about sex with my parents. That's just not a thing. I'm like, let's just say I'm still a virgin until I'm 50. Like, we're never going to have that talk. They don't need to know anything about that. It's just gross. It's weird. Like, just let it. No. Okay. Some people have like boyfriends over and they're in high school. I'm like, how is that allowed? That's insane.
Yeah, how is that allowed? I wish my daughter would say, I want to bring my boyfriend over. Somebody getting their head beat in. Somebody getting their head beat in. And if the boy is stupid enough to believe it's okay,
You big dummy.
then you get what you deserve. I wish you would come over here talking about I'm your daughter's boyfriend. You gonna spend the night? Man, somebody getting their hands put on them. And I ain't talking about church. Oh man, Fresh Offend, we're live. All right, I understand y'all gonna have to jump over there. I'm gonna jump over there too. That's right, it's Womanizer Wednesday. God dang, I messed up my time. I thought they were gonna start a little later myself, but it's almost 7:30. So yeah, I understand if y'all gotta jump over there. Catch this on the replay, man. I'll jump over there a little bit later. Appreciate the support. Y'all see me over there. I'll be ninja watching for sure.
Insane. Like, good for you, honestly. But like, that would never happen to me. It's just whatever. You get the gist. Hot.
We get the gist. Hot dude. And she's like waiting for moms to walk away, and she's gonna make a move, man. She's gonna shoot her shot. Now remember, like I said, if you shooting your shot at a handsome man who has game, who's fit, if he got a little money too, because that's what women normally they want to go for the top tier guys, and top tier guys seem to be financially sound. You ain't really got to make a move on that guy. That guy's gonna make a move on you. He's gonna make a move on you. He's going to make a move. He ain't going to be shy. Ladies, don't believe for a moment that he is. Brother Jason, I got me a sugar mama, grade A. Chad benefits. I ain't mad at you, bro. Hey, make sure you keep your benefits up and working right, man. I'm just saying, bro, when it's time to get in there, it's like, it's time to get in there. What you do is like, you know what I mean? Close your eyes and be thinking of somebody else, probably thinking about this young woman right here. Do what you got to do, bro, because you a savage. I ain't got none but respect for that. He's like, Dusty Chat, is what it is, bro. I ain't mad at you. So she went on to talk about this, and, so let's jump ahead. Like I said, ladies, top tier guy's not going to be shy to walk up. If you were what he wants, if you looking good, he gonna come say something to you. Even if he stands next to you and just compliments your nails or compliments your shoes or compliments something about you, your jewelry, something. He'll come up with a reason to come over to compliment your hair. You know what I mean? He'll ask you a simple question. You come here often. If he's interested, he's gonna come over. He's gonna break the ice all that. You ain't gotta worry about that. If he's into you. If he's available, if he's free, he's gonna do it. If he doesn't do it, that's a key indicator that he can't do it. There's something else going on. So ladies, remember that. You see a dude with his mom and he's making eye contact with you or something like that. You think he's checking you out. You checking him out and he doesn't make a move on you. There's a reason for it, ladies. There's a reason. So we're going to jump ahead to 432 when she really gets into this a little bit. And yeah, let's hear what she has to say. Well, hold on. Did I do that right? 420? No, 429. My bad.
Sorry, I'm in the middle of something. I gotta approach him. So I pull out paper out of my purse. Like, there's nothing in my purse right now except for a pamphlet from a church that I tried going to. So I still wanted to try to find a church here, right? So I pull out this pamphlet, which has.
So right after I just want to pause it real quick. I wrote a note because I watched this earlier. Church girls are so easy to smash. If you go to church and you know a little bit about the faith, it's an easy smash, y'all. It's an easy smash. I don't do that. I don't mess around with people's faith, especially just trying to get some Foxy Brown. I don't do that. But it is an easy smash, y'all. I'm telling you. I've said this before on different platforms. I think I was on Suzette Speaks platform. Shout out to Suzette Speaks. We were talking about religion, and I was talking about, if I really wanted, if I was just on the hunt for Foxy Brown, I'll go right to church. I'll go right to church. And I would they in there. They in there, bro. And they're so ready to find that church guy. They're so ready to find that spiritual connection. They're sold on it, bro. I'm not advising that you do it. If you go to church, you should be going to church so you could, feed your spiritual side. If you don't go to church, just trying to get an easy kill because Uncle Saint says so. Don't do it. If you believe in church, then you definitely believe you're gonna have to pay for that one, right? There's gonna be consequences behind that one. So don't go to church just to get women. However, if you come across a church girl in your travels, trust me, bro. Trust me, you're gonna smash.
I had like the sermon of the day on it, and there's a part we could tear off the. Sorry, this is funny. I tear off the back page where it's like a prayer request. I had to say something to this man. He looked like a good, like, Italian boy from Long Island. That's probably his mom. I'm like, you know what? Go for it. What's the worst thing that can happen?
You see what I mean about church women? Brother Doug, super freaks are in church. Absolutely. Look what she did. She tore off the part of the pamphlet that was for prayers. She praying for some D, man. She want to ride this man's joysticks. She's trying to give him to Foxy Brown, and she's writing it on a church document. Isn't that sacrilegious or something? There should be a rule. Is there a rule against that? I think there's a rule against that. I'm about to read the Bible. It's probably punishable by stoning. That was a recurring theme in the Old Testament. People kept getting stoned. But I'm just saying, it goes to my point. Church girls, man. Church girls are the easiest. They are the easiest.
And honestly, rejection, who fucking cares? All I do is tell you guys to start a channel. It's time for me to take my own advice. So I write down this note. I'm gonna read it out loud. On the prayer request, which is so innocent and even funnier. Prayer request. Please use this space to let the prayer ministry know about your prayer request. I said, by the way, I used the rest of my Chanel lip liner, which I think was over $50.
Chanel lip liner. She's in the Upper East Side, New York. You dig? High-end restaurant. This young woman, she's paid. She's paid. Right? I mean, just think about it. If she really was looking for a man who's going to be committed to her and good for her, that she could see the world with and all that kind of stuff, she's just looking for a really good mate, she could find one, bro, because she got the money. They don't need bread. It's not like she need a guy that makes a ton of money, but hypergamy won't let her be with a guy that makes less than her. Right? And here's the thing. You want what you want. I feel that hypergamy is a far superior dating strategy than what we do as men, just running out there trying to smash whatever we can smash without any kind of purpose or thought whatsoever to who we smashing. I think hypergamy is smart. However, it puts you in a situation that young Sister Kelly is in. A bad situation. Let's continue.
For me to write this note, you have to understand that I was serious. And it looks like fucking kids writing. I said, I'm writing this with lipstick, LOL. Sorry, period. You're hot. Underline hot. Sincerely, Kelly, and I left my number. Now,
right there shows you how much game she has. You're hot. Can't say that as a dude. I double dog dare you to go walk up to a woman talking about you hot or slide her a note that says you're hot. You getting kicked out the club. You getting kicked out the church. You getting kicked out the bar. Someone's going to come and wave their finger at you. We know you can't say that. So even though I give her credit for shooting her shot, you could tell she's inexperienced like most men. She is like a bottom 80 guy. She has no idea how to approach a man, just like most men have no idea how to approach a woman. Brother, getting stoned has a different meaning in modern day. It sure does. Well, it does in the West. Getting stoned in Saudi Arabia still means getting stoned, bro. You know what I mean? I was over there in 1990 for the war, Desert Storm, bros. Yeah, people were still getting stoned. People were still getting limbs cut off. When you get your hand cut off, you get caught stolen something. Yeah, man, that Sharia law is still in effect, bro. They ain't messing around over there, so be careful. It means something different over here, though. It probably means something down there, something different where you at. You know what I mean? Brother Doug, mega churches should merge with clubs and move side by side to make it more convenient. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? You know, people's like, man, you being hard on church. I'm just not being hard on church. I'm being hard on the people who go to church. Take it seriously, man. That's why I don't go into a church, man. You take it. If you see me in a church, I'm there to learn something. If you see me in a church, I'm there to learn something. And I'm not there to hunt for women and all that. I'm not there to, to wear my expensive watches. I'm not there to you talking about people getting famoosed. These preachers out here famoosing folks left and right, man. These guys are getting G650s. The church is buying them, that's a G650 is a corporate jet. It's a Gulfstream 650, one of the latest Gulfstreams out there. Guys are getting G650s, man. They're riding around in Rolls Royces. Right? They got all kind of bling, wearing, $100,000 watches, RMs and Rolexes and stuff like that. And people get mad at Fresh. Right? They get mad at Fresh, talking crazy about Fresh. These preachers got way more than that, dude. They running the famoose for real. Brother Doug, I don't know, DL saying I tell women that. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I tell women that. That's funny. That's funny, bro. I don't. You got to adjust your game. I mean, for me to say something like that, you hot. I don't. But hey, like I say, man, so long as your game works, I know you know what you're doing. So hey, rock that out. Rock that out. I had dudes go out talking about how I get lost in your eyes or some stuff like that. I've heard that line before and I've seen it work. That shit wouldn't come out of my mouth because I start laughing. You know what I mean? I actually seen a church neighbors. Let me see. I actually seen a church neighbor to a club. After church service, people will go to the happy hour, like right to the happy hour. Yeah, start drinking. Start drinking. Yep. I know what you're talking about, bro. You know what I mean? Communion will be garlic bread and Hennessy. Boy, you a fool. Y'all wilding out, bro. Y'all wilding out, man. Y'all wilding out. You know what I mean? But let's continue to hear what she has to say.
I'm dumb. I left my real number. That's not the dumb part. I'll tell you why in a minute. So I'm texting my friend. I sent her a picture of them. And I said, look, this guy's out with his mom. Like, he's so hot. What do you think? Stampede and new viewers. I promise you, I would not have made a move if he did not make it known that he wanted me. This man.
So there's a couple things here. I want to stop real quick. Couple things here. You know what I mean? Myron Fresh are always talking about this. I reference them a lot because they have the most content out there. And there's, they always have women live. So, you're going to hear me reference them a lot. But when a man wants to approach a woman, we don't need a cosign from anyone. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'm finna go holler at this chick. I don't need a cosign. I don't care. I'm doing what I got to do. I'm a man. I'm about to go do some man shit. But women always need a cosign. She's in the restaurant by herself, yet she's texting her friend. She sent a picture. So her friend can look and get her the cosign, give her the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Right? This is a thing, gentlemen. This is a thing. And this is why I say when you walk up to a woman and you get rejected, hold your head up high like a man, walk away with dignity. Don't say anything negative to her. Don't call her out a name. Don't do nothing. Walk away with dignity. Appreciate your time. You have a wonderful day. Take care, love. You have a wonderful day. Something along those lines. And you walk away. Go back and sit down, have a drink. Don't leave the place. Sit there. Right? And look for someone else to talk to. Go make another approach. Flirt with the waitress. Try to get her number. Don't make it negative because not only will the woman that you got mad at, you shows your emotions to, she's going to tell all her friends. So women always need a cosign. Always need a cosign. And they talk about that. Fresh and Meyer talk about that. And she's talking about this staring. I fast forward that part, but there was a bit there. The old woman got up and went to the restroom, and Sister Kelly was staring at the Italian dude, and they were, looking back and forth, and that's what gave her the courage to actually pen this note, right? And she's about to talk about that some more. You know what I mean? And it's just one of those things, man. This like I said, this was fun for me to break down. I really had a good time, watching this play out. In my mind, of course, I wasn't there live. Brother Doug, I would say you just can't say that at all. Say that to all women. Right. He's talking about your height. It's cool, man. How you approach this. Everyone's game is different, bro. It's not for me to critique your game. It's not for you to critique mine. I use what works for me. You can give me some pointers, but I'm still going to do what works for me. And I would imagine all men who are out there on the hunt, so to speak, all men who are out there tracking down that Foxy Brown trying to get it, they're going to do what works for them. They're going to stick with what works. So, you know what I mean? It's all good, bro. Like, you never have to justify your game to anybody, bro. You just don't have to do it. Now, is it cool to talk people, like we talk about techniques, to get a little coaching back and forth, like coaching each other? Absolutely. Absolutely. You want to do that. Self-assessment, you know what I mean? Taking in some good input. You absolutely want to do that. I mean, Michael Jordan had a coach. LeBron James get coaching. You know what I mean? The greatest have coaches to help you, to help you get there. So it's all good, brother. If it works, it works. You know what I mean? Brother Jose, I'm trying to spit, bro. I'm trying to spit a little bit. Trying to spit. Brother Roz is in the house, man. What's good? What's good, bro? Good to see you. You know what I mean? I'm glad you got home safe from that bike ride. Get a horn shot for you. You know what I mean? Peace to DL in the chat. I'm late, but I'll check it out later. We have to do some education talk soon. Absolutely, bro. I can't wait to get you on here. I'm looking forward to that show. Let me know when you're free, man. Let's schedule that, man. Let's do it. We'll make the thumbnail, get it up. I definitely want to talk about education, bro. Definitely want to talk about education. And welcome. So let's continue on. Let's listen to what she has to say.
And visually undressed me the entire time at dinner. We had a whole relationship, okay? We were like 6 months in. So then this is what happens. I said I passed it to the manager, and the manager's making sure that they don't get up and leave. He told the staff that no one else can pass them the check. So he's making sure that he passes it to the guy, to the son. So I said, this is kind of fun. It's happening. I think I should run away to the bathroom. So then I run to the bathroom because I'm like, just in case, again, rejection, whatever. He might be like, and like not text back. My worst fear was maybe the mom is one of those like tiger moms who's really like possessive, and she might be like, oh, you're not good enough for him. I just don't.
And that's valid. I ain't mad at her. That's valid. I want to go back to, let me see if I can go back to when they were flirting. And that's on me. I think I skipped it. Let's go back to when they were flirting. I think it was around here somewhere. Let's see if we can find that.
This time he locked eyes and he didn't look away. Like lip bite thing, like he was, I was like, wait. Okay, so that was the first one. Second time was like a couple minutes later. I got my food and I'm like, thank you so much. And I look up, I can't help but feel him looking at me. This time he locked eyes and he didn't look away. And I was like, I look like a kid when people look at me because I'm like, I know that I'm cute. I know I'm cute. But like, I'm not aware. This man was just way too hot. It would be stupid of me to let this slip. He's looking at me throughout the whole dinner. By the way, I was here for like 45 minutes. So then I start texting my friend and I said,
so that was the part I missed. I apologize for skipping over. I wrote my notes in a funny way, and it caused me to skip over that part. But you see how she's checking the guy out. He's checking it. She's like, okay, nonverbal cues. She's definitely interested she's interested in the guy. She gets his attention. He sees her. He's checking her out. Right? It's like, all right, they're going back and forth, and you heard her like biting the lip and all that kind of stuff. And she got so excited, hit her friend up because you got to get that cosign. Hit her friend up, yo. You know what I mean? All that kind of stuff. Then she wrote the note. Gave the note to the manager because, again, she's a regular. She goes there all the time. They know her. The manager's on board. Everyone there is like, okay, cool. We're going to help her. She's shooting her shot. We're going to get involved. She got support. You know what I mean? And we're going to find out what happened. You know what I mean? Brother Michael, like, everyone has different game. Exactly, DL, like our DNA. Yeah, we got different game, man. If it works for you, it works. You know what I mean? Keep what works. Get rid of what doesn't. So let's jump we get into some good stuff. So obviously it didn't go the way she had hoped. We're going to jump ahead to where it got crazy for her. And actually, we'll keep it right here. Let you guys check it out. Her words.
Excited. This is me. I am shaking my knees. I'm like so excited.
Turn the bathroom.
I go out the bathroom. I'm like, okay. I'm going to go back out. They're on their way out. They just paid. I go out. The manager stops me. you shouldn't go out there. I said, what? Why? He goes, I have good news and bad news. Good news is he got your note. I'm like, oh. He goes, bad news is that's his girlfriend. I said, ah. He's like, no, I'm being serious. I said, no, you're not. What do you mean that's his girlfriend? That's his girlfriend. And she's really mad and she just ripped up the piece of paper and you should just stay in here for a minute.
Oopsie. It's like that was the girlfriend. Right? That's the sugar mama. She saw that and she said,
you know what? That makes me mad.
And began to tear the whole joint up. Right? Going crazy. They're like, oh, shorty, stay right here. Don't go out there. Stay right here. Stay right here. So this is old woman with this young man who obviously, you know, she takes care of everything. She's taking care of this young man. The young dude was trying to, you know, he probably was like, yeah, if I could figure out a way to get to young Miss Kelly, I'm gonna get over there and get that Foxy Brown. Absolutely. I'm gonna get over there. But this sugar mama found a note and it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. We better get up out of here. Right, Miss AKA lady said she saw a young woman as a threat. And she's going to talk about that here in a second. Now I want to scroll back to where the old lady stuff. And like when I'm watching this, I'm like, yo, she's saying some stuff that I agree with, but where's the woke mob? You know what I mean? Like where's the woke folks? You know what I mean? So check out what she had to say about the old lady.
By the way, she was like significantly older. Now I'm not gonna pretend like I haven't been out with older men. Like obviously when I was 20 or 21 and I was trying to be bad, I was like, I'm gonna date older men because they're more mature. Bullshit. Age doesn't mean anything. There are people who are like 40 who are immature, whatever. But this woman wasn't like.
Yeah, there are immature people at every age cohort, absolutely. But young women go after old men because old men have the money, generally speaking. They're wiser, they're calmer. You know what I mean? They can show you a good time. They're more refined. That's why young women are interested in older men. Women mature faster than men, in my opinion. They just do. There's just things they got to deal with. So, yeah, that's why young women go after men. But I mean, it's young women don't go after old men who are broke. Young women don't go after old men who are living with their moms, living in the basement, fat. You know what I mean? They don't go after them dudes. Young women don't go after old dudes who are weirdos, right?
Late 30s or 40s, whatever. She was like one cough away from it being over. She was elderly, like old bitch. Okay, so she was like.
And she called her a bitch. Wow, Brother Michael, this is why I'm here, Dio. You got the experience. Respect your elders, period. Thanks, man. Thanks. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm glad I got old, man. I didn't think I was going to make it. We've talked about that in other videos. Did not think I was going to make it. Sister AKA lady. Also, older men have typically matured and gotten past their whole phase. Incorrect, my love. Incorrect. I wish I can say that were true. Incorrect. Most dudes, even the married dudes, here's the thing. Most men, if it was no drama attached, would smash as many women as they can. The guys who have gotten past their whole phase, as you put it, are the guys who've been smashing since they were like 15, 16 years old. They've been getting the Foxy Brown forever. And they're just tired of the work involved. Honestly. That's what it is. It's most dudes don't get a whole phase, Miss AKA lady. They just don't. You have to work your way up to a point where women find you attractive in the first place. Shout out to Myron Gaines, Fresh and Fit platform. Shout out to Fresh. He tells you the same thing. The whole game has changed. You have to put in so much work just to get to the point where you can get a young Miss Kelly to even turn your way. And you got to be socially calibrated. You got to be wise, and you have to be debonair, and you have to have your body together to some degree. You have to have money to some degree, right? You have to, have yourself take care of. There's so many things you got to do to get to that point to where you can even enjoy a whole phase. And the guys who get married and don't exercise their options, they do it because they don't want the drama and they happy with the woman they have. But most of the dudes aren't like that. Most of those top tier guys, shit, man, they gonna keep smashing. They're gonna keep smashing as long as they can. And now that they got that little blue pill, I'm talking about Viagra and Cialis and all that, man, they gonna keep doing it. They gonna keep doing it. Even the guys who are quote unquote faithful to their wives are still looking at porn, you know what I'm saying, rubbing them out. So I just wanted to be clear on that, my love. Ain't no such thing as guys getting over a whole face. Dudes will smash until they are put in the ground. Every guy I know would say, man, how do you want to die? Psh, with a beautiful woman on top of you. That would be the best way to go out. Come and go at the same time. You know what I mean? Come and go at the same time. And that's how I want to do it. Just be kind of, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of be there, rocking her out, and then just kind of go like. That'd be the best way to go. Absolute best way to go. So yeah, love, it's not a thing. I'm one of those guys, and Jay Swan's one of those guys that we talk about this all the time. I choose not to exercise options. I've never cheated. I'm proud of that fact. If I get into a relationship with a woman, that's the woman I want to be with. She ain't got to worry. That's the only woman I'm going to be with. But that's my choice. I do have options. I simply choose not to exercise said options. Jay Swan's is the same way. Every time we go out, is women hitting on him. Every single time. When I say go out, going out with him and his wife. Every single time. Don't matter where we go. Does not matter. A fast food restaurant or a 5-star restaurant, he gets hit on. And he doesn't even notice it anymore. He doesn't care because he loves his wife. That is a choice. We have put in the work. If he wanted to, he could absolutely exercise his options. Now, his wife wouldn't stand for it. She'd be off on it. They never would have been married. Like I said before, gentlemen, if you're going to exercise your options, y'all need to be upfront. Y'all need to tell the truth upfront. Don't be telling these girls that she's your only one and y'all out here messing around, smashing other women. Don't do that. Let them decide if they want to be with you or not. Let them decide. Yo, if you want to be with me, this is how it's going to go. You're number one. I'm running a rotation. You're number one in my rotation, but I'm running a rotation. You got to tell them up front. And if they walk away, cool. There are some say that she should walk away. That they say she should understand her value. But I'll tell you what, if she feels you're the best guy she can get, she is not going to walk away. She will accept those terms. She absolutely will accept those terms. Brother O, they mature faster when it comes to social interaction and handling the opposite gender. We take longer to get these things that make us appear mature to them. I mean, bro, we run around, smack each other in the balls all the time, man. We do stupid stuff. I mean, we just, boys will be boys. It is what it is. It takes time to mature. It just takes time for us to mature. We're different. Men and women are just way different. You know what I mean? Miss AKA lady, you don't think there's a difference between a 20-year-old sexual movement and a 45-year-old movement? No. Not when it comes to men. Men just trying to smash, love. Nah. If you don't believe me, go to Thailand. Go to Colombia. Go to the Philippines. Right? Go to Holland. Like if go to Amsterdam if you don't believe me. Packed full of 45, 55, 65-year-old men running over there, running through them. They are running through them. Point blank, period. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Are there men out there who want just the one woman and and they're happy and that's what they want? Absolutely. Are there a lot of them? Nah. If I had to make up numbers, I would say less than 15%. If I had to make up numbers, I mean, I don't have any stats to back that up, but I would be surprised if 1 out of 4 dudes, if the number is 1 out of 4, really, like a core, like 25% of dudes or less, or like, hardcore monogamous like that. Like the top tier guys I'm talking about, the guys who have options. Of the guys who have options, I would be shocked if more than 1 in 4 are in monogamous relationships. You know what I mean? of the bottom 80, yeah, I would say all of them. 80, 90% of those guys who have a woman is, boy, dutiful, staying home, doing exactly what she says. They don't want to lose her. Those guys don't have options. That's just my take on it. What do I know? I'm just an old man sitting in the attic. You know what I mean? I see you, Brother Michael. Holla, holla, holla. You know what I mean? Brother Jason, RIP Kevin Samuels. Here at his spicy on top of him. Yeah. He did have a spicy on top of him. He sure did. He went the way I went. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wouldn't mind going out like that. Wouldn't mind whatsoever. Miss AKA lady, I have a lot of males in my family. They say the older a man gets, the less wild he is. Not saying you don't have options. That's just what they say, though. Maybe it's just some men. Well, here's the thing. I've never had those conversations with the women in my family. You know what I mean? Especially like women my age. Like, it's just not something we talk about. And again, most men don't have options. That's the part you gotta lock in. Most men don't have options. So like the average guy, like the bottom 80%, maybe the bottom 85, 90% of guys, if they're in a marriage, if they have a woman, they don't want to mess that up. They don't have options. Now you got those guys out there who technically don't have options, but they're like, you know, they're studs, right? They got the body, they got a little bit of game. They out there ran some game, they got caught, whatever, but the marriage still survived or whatever. Right? You have that. But the average guy, if he has he's dutiful. He doesn't want to run the risk of losing half of his stuff. And he knows if he gets caught cheating, she's gone. I mean, she might be gone anyway. Right? 70 to 80% of divorces are filed by women. So you got to factor all that in. And I'm not trying to, like talk reckless about, the males in your family, but it just doesn't sound to me that they're top tier guys. The top tier guys exercise options. Look at those preachers in those mega churches we were talking about, or any church for that matter we were talking about. Them preachers got options. And they exercise those options all the time. And sometimes they get caught. You feel me? So just keep that in mind. Most men do not have options. Most do not. Some do have options and they choose not to exercise them, but they choose not to exercise them. It's not that they can't. They choose not to. But as far as the male sex drive, you will never understand how crazy that is. You know what I'm saying? If your joystick works, you're going to want to stick it in something. The male sex drive is insane, at least for those of us who have testosterone. Right? There are a lot of young men now, there are dudes out here now, males, that have low T and all that. Like men are becoming weaker and weaker, and science is starting to back that up and starting to do, through the research, we're starting to see proof that men are actually getting weaker and low testosterone and all that kind of stuff. So, but for men, like for dude, like our generation, yeah, man, they're going to be busting until they die. You know what I'm saying? Brother Jose ain't here. He's going to be busting until he die. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But it's crazy. I know it's hard to wrap your head around, but it's really crazy when you think about it. When you really sit back and study it and you look at the top tier guys and look at what they are capable of doing, bro. Like someone like Bezos, he's just wasting his status. He's wasting his status. I could smash more women than him. And he's a billionaire. Boy, if I had 50 million liquid, like 50 million that was mine. It wasn't working on other things. It wasn't tied up in this and that. This is just 50 million liquid. Come on now. I'll be out there with the top G's. I'll be out there with Andrew and Tristan. Running amok. I'd be going crazy. Until I found a woman I wanted, I would be going out of my mind. Again, until I found the one. Okay, this is the woman I want. I'm going to settle down with her. I'm cool. But until then, oh my goodness, Miss AKA lady, the things that I would be doing. Brother Jose, like, you got to hit the gym. Yeah, I got to stay in the gym. I got to stay in the gym. Even like I'm 6 feet. I'm skinny, but I'm skinny fat. I'm old. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm going to hit the gym, I'm going to do an intense 4 to 6 months just to get it back to where I was. And then I'll continue to stay in the gym until summer rolls around again. Because even as an old man, you still got to have that body. Women love to grab onto you and feel the tightness. It doesn't have to be big muscles, but they just need to feel that you do work out and you do have muscles. Because women do that all the time. It's the first thing they do. Just like men like to put their hands on the small of a woman's back and kind of got to get a little piece, Get a little piece of them yams, you know what I'm saying? Get a little touchy touch on a little buddy butt. Women like to grab here. They like to grab your biceps and see if you got any guns. Women do that all the time. And if they there, that's a good thing. Miss AKA lady, that's not all the true. My family is full of very successful and handsome men. We very smart folks. I believe that, Miss AKA lady. I really do. They were all young and wild. Now they are married and chill. And I mean, and then, you know, I believe you, and I'm not pushing back, but I would definitely challenge the fact that if the men in your family that you're talking about were exercising options, why would he tell y'all? You did. Why would he do it? Why do that? It just doesn't make any sense. And you got to look at the way men look at sex, man. It ain't nothing to us, honestly. You know what I mean? Having sex with a random woman that you don't even care about, you don't give a shit about, is the same as having sex with yourself, like using your hand. Honestly, it's just being with another human feels better. But as far as when it's all over, like there's no love, like there's no come on, let's spoon, none of that. It's like, you got to go, baby, go. You know what I'm saying? I got mine. I hope you got yours. Bye, high five, peace. You know what I mean? That's pretty much how it runs. So if they were out there exercising options every now and then or whatever, why would they tell you? Why run that risk of it getting out? And then, like you said, they're successful. Now they're looking at losing half their stuff. So I don't know. I would challenge that and say that, you know, they might still be doing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's possible. I tell you this though, if they're successful like that, they certainly have the option. And it might be like you said, they just simply got tired of exercising said option. That could be the case. You know what I mean? Hey, Brother Michael, basketball practice, Jose, for me in 2 hours. Basketball practice in 2 hours. Yeah, Brother Michael's out there trying to get it. Staying in shape, staying active. Do what you got to do, bro. Do what you got to do. Can't wait to meet you in person. I want to see how your flow is, bro. I wonder if you take your time. I'm wondering, do you walk down the hill? Like, do you run down the hill and smash one, or do you walk down the hill and smash them all? That's what I'm curious to see. Are you Speedy Gonzalez or you Slowpoke Rodriguez? That's what I'm waiting to see, bro. And soon enough, I'll be able to see. So let's get back to the video, man. I went off on a tangent a little bit, but that's why I love having Miss AKA lady in the chat always. You know what I mean? Always using this, right? Always. Miss AKA lady, I love it because she always uses the old
think tank. Arch. Nothing gets past the old think tank. Nothing.
She's always using the old think tank, and I appreciate you, girl, for sure. You know what I mean? So, yeah, when we last left, Sister Kelly over here, she was calling the old lady a bitch, and she was wondering why the old lady was so mad, right? But you know, one of the things though, before she got to the old lady part, was she was staring at that guy. Staring at him hard. Like they were flirting back and forth. She's staring at him. He's staring at her. You know what I mean? They're biting on the lip, this kind of thing, whatever that is. They're doing all this stuff, right? This nonverbal cues, this flirting going on from table to table. Who knows how far apart those tables are? At least 6 feet apart. You know what I mean? Probably more. So they're going back and forth, flirting, right? So she calls it flirting. Man, it's like she said, it was like we went through a whole relationship through these intense flirtatious moments. But the thing is this. The time is coming when you're not going to be able to do that anymore. Right? It's all good when it's the Italian dude of your dreams. Right? It's all good. But here's the thing. Let me move this over. This is where we're headed, people. Sydney nightclub, Club 77, banned staring without verbal consent. They're trying to make it a law here in Sydney. Apparently, if you're staring at somebody, you get kicked out the club. Hey, that guy's staring at me. Kick you out the club. Is there anyone in the chat that thinks that this rule is made for women? In other words, if I went up to the bouncer and said, hey, Mr. Bouncer, that chick over there is staring at me, do you think they're going to remove her from the nightclub? This is where people, this is in Sydney, Australia. There's something on the books that I read some months back. Same thing in London. They're trying to do it in the UK. It's just a matter of time before it hits home here in the good old USA. You can't stare. So if you can't stare, how can she even know to leave a note? Who's guilty of harassment here? What's going on, right? This is what people don't think about. This is what this is it. This is the problem with the woke movement. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. This beautiful young woman in a woke world, according to those laws, would be guilty of harassment, SA, against this handsome Italian guy who's out with his older girlfriend. Right? She would be guilty of that. She's already guilty of age shaming. Is it called age shaming? Ageism? What's it called? Right? She's already guilty of that. You know, look at Miss AKA Lady. Consent to stare. People are annoying. Yes, they are. People are crazy, brother. Oh, this is crazy. It is. This is where we're headed. If we allow it. If we allow it. If we allow that very small percentage of people to make the rules, to come up with this crazy stuff, if we allow it, yeah, that's where we're headed. Consent to stare. How do you even do that? Excuse me, love. May I stare at you for a while? Actually, you know what? I'm using that. Let me write that shit down. Hold on, y'all. Let me write that. Excuse me. Pardon me, love. Yeah, pardon me. Pardon me, love. May I stare at you for a while? Bam, just got my new line. Just got my new line. Oh, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Going out this weekend, I'm going to use it. Going out this weekend to give it a battlefield test. Pardon me, my dear. May I stare at you for a while? I'm not accustomed to the rules here. I don't want to breach any boundaries, you see. Oh! They don't understand. Wokeness only helps the top tier dudes with game. Oh, it's on. Or go the other way with it. I'm afraid you're not allowed to stare at me, my dear, without my permission. And then write it down. So here you go, in writing. It's on. You heard me. I hope they make this the law. Because she going to fall for that, bro. We going to go right back to the room, and then it's on. We got to put on some mood music, because she's going to be back to the crib, and then it's on. That's what I smashed to. Forget Joe to see. Give me some Cableton, some Bounty Hunter, right? That's what I'm smashing to. These people are crazy, y'all. Brother O, harassment stuff like that and approaching women on the street is slowly making its rounds here at home. No kidding, in South Africa. Wow. It will soon be a crime to even interact with a woman soon. Yeah. It will be a crime for the bottom 80. Absolutely will. It won't be a crime for dudes with game. Dudes who know how to talk their way out of that. Or better yet, talk their way into it. Hey. Y'all just don't know. But let's get back to the age. Let's get back to the hate. Miss Globe Girl's in the house. Miss Globe Girl is in the house. Hold on. You know, you get a horn. My favorite sailor. My favorite sailors in the house was good. Miss AKA Lady. How do you even prove somebody was staring at you? I don't know. Let's find some woke person and ask them. I don't know. Do you got to pull your phone out? Do you need your Google glasses on to prove it? Is there someone on Stare Patrol? I have no idea. No idea how you do it. I could be in there trying to stare at you, trying to get your attention like what's good. And you waiting, you see me in the peripherals, waiting for me to come over. And next thing you know, I get swooped up by bouncers because they was on Stare Patrol. Sorry, sir, you were staring too long. You're in violation of code 6685, whatever it is. and rushed me out the building. It's just the crazy world we live in, Miss Globe Girl. Been ninja watching, but I had to crop up at the request of the stair test drive. Hey, hey, is what it is. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. You're always welcome here. Like I said, my favorite sailor in the house. But this is where we are. So let's get back to this young Miss Kelly hating on old people.
Shouting, and I'm like, oh my God, what if she has a heart attack? What if she blames it on me? What if I die? So what did I do? I fled the scene. I said, I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And then the manager's like, no, it's fine. He's like, I'm just not getting more involved. I said, but are you sure? He's like, yes. She's pissed. She tore up your piece of paper. Now, remember I said I gave my real number? She probably memorized it and then ripped it up.
And that didn't happen. Of course that didn't happen. She didn't memorize it and rip up nothing. It's just crazy. So let's jump ahead just a little bit. And we're almost wrapping this part up. But let's jump ahead just a little bit to here. Back it up just a little, just a hair. All right, here we go.
Episode happened. He was breaking his neck. I went to the restroom to go like pretend use the restroom to like, you know, let them have their awkward moment, whatever. I don't want to be sitting there like this as they're reading the note or as he reads the note, whatever, just in case, you know, like the mom would get mad. I came back. He was like this. Like he broke his neck. Like, have you seen seals in San Diego? How they're like this? This man broke his neck. Like everyone knew. Everyone's rooting for me. The manager was rooting for me. The servers, everyone was rooting because there was chemistry. I have never felt that pull in a long time. This woman, like she was fucking out.
All this craziness, all this jumping off, and she's still ready to smash the Italian dude. Y'all peep that? Y'all peep that? She's still ready to smash this guy. She's willing to share this dude with the old crazy lady. She's willing to share him. It's crazy. She's willing to share him. I had my notes I'm supposed to let this play to 13:52 on the timer. So let's see what happens.
Either way, I ran. When I tell you, I ran. I was supposed to get dessert. I was sitting out there. It was so peaceful. It was a beautiful day. I'm looking. He's looking at me. I was blushing. For me to blush. Did you see this? I'm black. For me to blush, like I just met my man. I met my husband. Oh my goodness. You know what the crazy part is too? The man.
I just met my man. I just met my husband. She still wants this cat. Are y'all feeling me? Are y'all with me on this? She is willing to share this guy. Rollo Tomasi says this all the time. Shout out to Rollo Tomasi. A woman would rather share an alpha than be saddled with a faithful beta. This woman is ready to share this dude with this older, wealthy woman, as opposed to just going out with all her success, with all her money, and finding just a regular, quote unquote, beta dude who would love her until the day he dies and do everything he can, be dutiful to her. She would rather share this hot Italian looking dude with the old chick. I hope y'all paying attention.
Manager was telling me, you know, my wife met me this way, this exact way. She went up to me at a restaurant and was like, are you hungry? I almost wrote on that note. By the way, the manager gave me his pen so I can like rewrite the number just in case. I wrote on this prayer request sheet.
Again, back to the prayer request. She wrote on the prayer request sheet. Church girl. Salty this guy got away from her. She mad. She is so mad right now. Let's jump ahead to, I got another mark here. Let's see what we're supposed to see here. 14 minutes and 17 seconds. That's cool right there. Let's see what else.
Just to be like, and I'm wondering wondering, why was she so mad? Like, was it the fact that, like, she felt like she owned him? And my friend and I were just having a conversation about narcissists. Narcissists hate when you have support or when other people are on, like, the other person's team. You know, they think like children.
Why she gotta be a narcissist? She act like she owned it. Why was she mad? She was mad because ladies don't take L's well. Remember? Talked about this earlier. Women don't like to lose. This woman has made a sizable investment into this young stallion. Yeah, she's going to be protective. She's going to block out. She's going to block you out. Back up. Get off my dude. But I would argue, so would young Miss Kelly here. I think she would. I think she would absolutely fight for this Italian dude that she's ready to smash, even though he has clearly a serious relationship. She's probably hoping the guy sees this video and slides into her DMs like Brother Michael's going to do. We already know Brother Michael probably already slid into her DMs. Let us know what you said to Miss Kelly, Brother Michael. I know you in her DMs. I know you done found her her YouTube, found her Instagram, slid right up in there. DMs, that is. Miss AKA Lady, delusional. Maybe she's going for what she wants. She's going after what she wants to go after. You know, like she's certainly, and we haven't seen the older woman, but she's certainly more attractive than the older woman. If anything, she's younger. Men love beauty and youth. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So if she can catch up with that guy, she can absolutely smash him. She can absolutely smash him. He would absolutely blow her back out. But would he take her serious? Probably not. Why? Because he's up here. She's down here. Yeah, he'll come down and smash, but he's going to go back up. And then she, because she smashed this dude who's in a relationship with this old rich woman, she's like up here. So now she can only mess with dudes up there. We're going to just say, for sake of this conversation, that this guy's like a 9. Like he's a 9. Stud. He just ain't found his own personal wealth yet. He's probably going to get it from this old woman. When she kicks the bucket, he's probably entitled to some money, some property, some stocks, some something. You know what I mean? Being a boy toy can't have his privileges. It can't have his privileges, Brother Roz. Based on what I'm seeing, this woman is full of herself. Most women are, bro. And I mean, why wouldn't they be? Why wouldn't they be? She already said she was on online dating. I mean, come on. She's hitting the top tier guys and they all hitting her back. Why wouldn't she be? This woman right here, man, she's like, she goes to this restaurant in the Upper East Side. It's called the Hound's Tooth. She says she goes there all the time. Upper East Side, bro. She pays for herself. You live in New York. How much does that cost? Like, or answer me this. Is it cheap to eat on the Upper East Side? I've been to New York a handful of times. I know the answer to that. But Brother Roz, you know what I'm saying? That's your soil. Let me know. You can see her apartment in the background, bro. I mean, honestly, it's my opinion that this young lady has some financial means. I don't know where it comes from, but she got to have something going right for her. Tell me if I'm wrong, Brother Roz. Tell me if I'm wrong. So I wouldn't say it's delusional. In her world, there are men tripping over themselves right now. Hell, Brother Michael trying to get at her right now. Guarantee it. He's over there in Fresh and Fit right now supporting, doing his thing. But I guarantee you, he'd try to holler at her if he could. I look at the dudes that be on Melanie King. Brother Roz, you're on there. You see those dudes that go to Melanie King every single night trying to shoot their shot, quote unquote, trying to get at her. You see it every. If someone would have told me that Melanie King is delusional, I'd be like, why wouldn't she be? 200,000 subscribers plus every night. There are at least 300 or 400 dudes supporting her, trying to get at her, sending her money. Why wouldn't you? If I had that, I'd be delusional. What makes you think I couldn't do this if I'm getting all this attention and all this other stuff? You know what I mean? So Miss Globe Girl, I would argue that her delusion is well-founded because she's getting all that attention. Look at her. She's young, she's attractive, she's exotic looking, right? All these dudes from 18 to 80 is trying to holler at her. She could have got a foodie date if she wanted it. She didn't want it. So that's what I'm saying. I ain't mad at these young women out here. The simp culture is real. It is real. It is a thing. Multi-billion-dollar industry when you break it all the way down. Simping is easy. Pimping ain't easy. Simping, easy. Guys have been simping my whole life, but they never got anywhere with it. It just really didn't work for them. And what they would do is wait for the women to hit the wall. And once they hit the wall, they would come find the betas. They would come find the bottom 80s because the women were like, my time is running out. Right? We're in this little region right here. I've kind of explored. And by explorer, I mean been on that sea carousel long enough. Let me go get this guy that I know cares about me and loves me, and let me marry this guy. But now there's Instagram. So there's the whole planet Earth is at your fingertips. And every time a woman hits up Drake or Future or some sheik in the Middle East or some royal guy in the UK and they get responses, they get flued out. Man, I can't say that they're delusional because they getting their back blown out. You know what I'm saying? They don't realize that they just getting used, but to them it's like, no, I qualify. Right? The Prince of Wales is interested in me. Right? The Duke of Yorkshire, if that's a thing, is interested in me. Right? The Sheikh of whatever, bad, is interested in me. And he flew me out on his G650, blew my back, took a dump on me and sent me back. I'm just saying, I ain't mad. Can't be mad. Miss AKA lady, I have a career in sales, so I understand getting told no isn't the end all. She's making it big. She's making it bigger than what it is. Yeah, and she's younger too. And there's one more point I'm going to make after I get through these chats. Ms. Globe Girl, Kelly Stamps is known to be quirky and like to push the envelope in her storytelling. Yeah, she's brand new to me. If you go back and watch the very beginning, I didn't know anything about her. I kind of looked her up as best I could. There's no Wikipedia, but there's some other stuff out there about her. I'd never seen her before. I just this video popped into my feed and I wanted to talk about it. Brother Roz, fellas, I can tell you there are people don't chill on the Upper East Side. Absolutely. And those of our people who do chill on the Upper East Side got that money. Shout out Jay-Z. I mean, they got that bread. I've been to the Upper East Side. I don't live there. I was just visiting. You know what I'm saying? My pocket's still hurting. You feel me? I'm like, what? This is how much it costs for. I was just here for drinks. Come on, $300. Just had a couple drinks. Shit. You know what I mean? I pregame when I go to New York now. I'll be up there in October. Trust me, I pregame in my hotel room. Shout out to the W. In fact, any chill down to earth dudes knows that the UES, Upper East Side, is for the money seekers. Always have been, always will be. Appreciate that, Brother Roz. I'm speaking in general, but I feel you, man. Thank you so much. And I told y'all, Upper East Side is not known for being cheap. You ain't going to find no discount meals up there. It's not going to happen. It's the Upper East Side, bro. Miss Globe Girl. She's a content creator and used to be a broke dancer, not stripper. Okay. What's a broke dancer, though, but not a stripper? Until she started with her story times and persona of a broke dancer / artist. Oh, okay. I get it. Like a artist, broke artist. Okay. And she's out there doing it. Like, okay. She's used social media to begin a brand, sounds like, and kind of get pushed out there and getting some work and all that. Like I said, she's very exotic looking. She's very lovely. I mean, I give her that. Is she a 10? Nah. You know what I'm saying? Is she a 9? Nah. You know what I mean? What did Brother Kevin Samuels used to call them? Adjustable sevens? Adjustable 7? I guess that's what he would talk about for something like that. But she's lovely. I mean, yeah, she's cute. And she's doing this live. I mean, she did this video in her pajamas. So that's going to make people, dudes thirst a little bit. You know what I mean? Going to thirst a little bit. So I have in my notes to go to 14 minutes and 50 seconds. So we're going to watch the last few seconds of this.
And they're like, why are you taking her side, huh? She was probably pissed that the staff facilitated this. Like, everybody was helping. Everyone was like, we're finally gonna get this girl a man. She's always eating by herself. Like, he helped. She probably was pissed because she was yelling at the staff, like, how dare you? So I didn't go out there. I left my umbrella, by the way. So if someone sees an umbrella that's houndstooth on Madison Avenue, please go get it for me. I ran like hell. I went like the girl, Sha'Carri Richardson. I went Allison Felix, Usain Bolt. I was out. I was in the park. I made it all the way to the pond, whatever it's called.
So here's the thing. She told on everybody. The Townstooth or the Houndstooth, Upper East Side, she told when she's like, oh, if anybody finds my umbrella, I left my umbrella. She told on everybody. Stop, what is it, self-snitching? Self-snitching, what do they call that? You be talking too much and you snitch on people. So if the owner catch wind that, her friend, the old lady with the toy boy, and they be like, oh, now I know where it was. That was my place. Let me investigate. So, baby, don't be telling on yourself. You know what I'm saying, young Kelly? Don't be telling on yourself. Right? But here's the thing. She told on everybody. She didn't mean to, though. But here's the thing. Andrew Tate said this. Whenever you're dealing with women, there's one rule you must never break. There is only one true cardinal rule when dealing with women. Don't be boring. Don't be boring. So this video is like 15 minutes and 49 seconds of drama, right? Her personal little drama, how she tried to talk to some dude. And oh my God, it was pandemonium. It got crazy. Yada, 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 yada. Yada, 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 yada. It got, oh my God, it got crazy. And I ain't gonna lie to you, when women tell me stories, like she had videos so I can kind of keep my attention there. But when I'm sitting there with a chick that I'm not that interested in and she just blah, 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 she's telling me about, I don't know how space-time works. She's telling me, what E equals MC squared really means. You know what I mean? Like the theory of relativity. Like when she's going and I start to lose, my eyes start to glass over because she's really not saying that stuff. That's what I wish she was saying because I'm interested in that. She's just telling me how the green shoes weren't as pretty as the purple shoes, but the red shoes everyone does, and then whatever. So when I hear that, when she's talking, it after a while, I don't hear what she's saying. This is what I hear.
It'll be like this one time at band camp. It'll be like this one time at band camp.
That's all I hear after a while. It's just this one time at band camp, this one time at band camp. That's all I hear. That's all I hear. And then there's a pause, and I'm like, oh, shit. I think I'm supposed to say something. But it's drama, yo. Women, especially young women, love drama. Guys, never be boring. Never, ever be boring, fellas. Never, ever be boring. Keep them on, you got to keep them on edge a little bit. And I'm not talking about older, refined women. I'm not talking about women who've been through life. I'm not talking about Miss AKA Lady. I'm not talking about Miss Globe Girl. Right? I'm not talking about Suzette Speaks. I'm not talking about Melanie King. I'm not talking about women who know what time it is. I'm talking about the youngsters. I'm talking about the younger ones. And I'm not just using age. I'm talking about women who are young of mind. There are women out there who love drama. 98% of the women you see on that table on Fresh and Fit, they love drama. On the late night shows, they love drama. That's what they live for, drama. If you got a story, some drama, something popped off, you got a story, she's gonna be right there. They love drama. The Real Housewives of filling the name of the city. Drama, Big Brother, drama. YouTube, most of the time, drama. Beef here, beef there, beef everywhere, drama. Women love drama. Don't be boring. Gentlemen, don't be boring. Truer words were never spoken. Do not be boring. Shout out to Andrew Tate. That guy was telling the truth on that one. You know what I mean? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Brother Roz, if this woman had the flavor of how some of these women on this chat portray themselves, she would be way more dope. Yeah, she needs to be mentored. She needs someone to follow. She needs someone to teach her. She needs to be someone's apprentice. Someone needs to teach her the way, kind of like the Jedi, right? You're a young Jedi, you have to go through all that training and go through the trials. Like someone has to show you the way. The same with these young men. Like all these young weird dudes out here, they're weird. They just need someone to show them the way. And they go looking for leadership. Hence, Fresh and Fit, Rollo Tomasi, Rich Cooper, the Tate brothers, Justin Weiler, Sterling Cooper. The list goes on and on and on and on. There is a void that needs to be filled. These young guys out here who are not getting the results, they understand they're not getting the results, and they're looking for the answer, and they're paying top dollar for it. Y'all think I'm playing? I see what's going on. I know the rates. I'll never charge my day ones. I'll never charge y'all, but everybody else gonna have to cough up some bread if they want to hang out with Uncle Saint. They want to hear, I'm giving you what I'm giving you on here for free. But if you really want the good stuff, you really want the real, it's gonna cost. It is what it is. The game is to be sold, not told. Some young pimp told me that a long time ago. There it is, Miss AKA Lady Dry Snitching. I couldn't think of it. That's what it is. She was dry snitching. She dry snitched on everybody. Brother Wise, if this were a soccer match, she might already be her second yellow card, maybe a straight red. Talk about a red flag. Yeah, but here's the thing, though, Brother Ross. Most of the women out there fall into this category. They really do. And here's the thing, she said it in the video. She wanted to smash the guy. So let's remove the old woman for a moment. Let's just say she's hanging out. She goes to the Upper East Side to her favorite restaurant, and she bumps into this very attractive, highly intelligent, very successful young man, young, old, whatever, man. And he is what she wants. We know she gonna go home with him that day and smash. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. It ain't nothing to the guy. But if he ain't feeling her like that, he's on to the next one. He'll call her up whenever he wants to smash again. As cute as she is, he'll just call her up when, oh man, she's shit. Little Kelly good for a good time. You holler at her real quick. Why don't you Uber yourself over here, because I know you got money. She comes up to his pet house or his Upper East Side apartment. Come up in there. One of those spots when the elevator door opens up, you in the unit. You know what I'm saying? Because they living like that in New York. The elevator door opens up into the crib. You in the living room. Man, please. She coming over there. At this point, I normally say, her panties going to drop. But she ain't wearing none. She going to the Upper East Side. She know what time it is. And in her mind, she's thinking, if I could just get more sex, I'm gonna smash him like he's never been smashed before. He's gonna fall in love with me. Not that guy. He got 10 more just like you on call. Sex is just sex. You ain't gonna do nothing he hadn't already done before. Nothing. You must add value. So if there's any young ladies out here who may have found themselves in that situation, that Sister Kelly found herself in, right? It's not that you just willing to smash dudes. It's the top tier guys. Of course you're gonna smash them. They don't care. You go ride around with Fresh in his Rolls Royce. Of course you're gonna smash Fresh. You go up into Myron's spot or whatever, and you go into the apartment. You go into the studio. You holler at him. Of course, in his mind, of course you're gonna smash. And if she ain't gonna smash, she got to get out. Right? The top tier dudes know what time it is, man. They ain't gonna waste they're not gonna waste any time and effort. Young ladies, young women, you must add value. Shout out to Fresh and Fit. Shout out to, definitely Fresh and Fit, because this is one thing that they drive home all the time. You must add value. Sex has zero value. At that level, sex has zero value. If all you are good for is sex, you are replaceable. But if you can come in there and you can do something that makes his life easier. Maybe set up some meetings. Get on a call and set up some meetings for him. Maybe clean up his house for him so he doesn't have to use a house cleaner. Maybe cook for him. Right? If you could do stuff like that, like if you can find leads, let's say he's in sales, you can find sales leads for him. If you can do something like that that actually enhances his life, enhances his value, then you are valuable and harder to replace. You make yourself irreplaceable, and that's how you get a top tier guy. Point blank, period. That's how it's done. Ladies, it's not about the sex. Don't care how sexy you look. Don't care how much makeup you put on. I don't even like makeup. Don't matter. Dude gets that Foxy Brown, he gonna bust. He gonna bust. You might bust too if he cares enough to want to, make you get yours too. Fine, you get yours too. You gonna bust. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll play around a little bit, sleep a little bit, come back, get another one. Boom, get another pop, and then you out. If that's all you good for, you on the clock. Because it's gonna be a younger, hotter version coming up right behind you, doing all the same stuff. So if all you got is sex, ladies, you in trouble. You must add value. That's how you get a top tier guy to stay in your life. That's how you get a top tier guy to allow you into his life. Add that value. That's where you're going to get your leverage. You know what I mean? So that's for the ladies. That's a little sauce for the ladies. Just a little sauce. Donovan and Devin on the podcast. Word, they in Miami. Let me go jump over there, man. Thanks, Brother Michael. Appreciate that. Let me wrap this up. I'm done. I've been on 2 hours. That's long for me. Over here talking about myself. Miss AKA Lady, men don't mind a little drama. Amber Heard. Oh, Johnny Depp mind that drama? That drama cost him, what, about $100 million? Trust me, my love. He did mind. Johnny Depp did not want to get drugged through the media like that. He didn't. Even though it looked like he won, he didn't want that drama. Trust me when I tell you, that was Johnny Depp. For a Class A, he's like a Class A celebrity, top tier guy. He don't want drama like that. Why do you think he moved all over to France and all that kind of stuff? He does his best to stay out of the media. You know what I mean? He's an A-list guy, but he didn't want that. Trust me, he didn't want that drama. But I feel you though. Miss Globe Girl was like, not an apprentice. Yeah, these young girls need they need to apprentice under a real Jedi woman. That's what they need. Hayoka 33, what's good, bro? She the broke dude that she would reject to a high value man. Yes, she is. She is. She really is. She's the chubby chick to a high value man. To a top tier guy, she's the chubby chick. He gonna have fun with her, but that's it. Right? She ain't going to the Met Gala. She ain't going to the important business function. She ain't going to meet the family. She ain't going to get none of that. She going to get the phone call when he gets back at 3 or 4 in the morning. And she's going to be, she's going to be Johnny or Janetta on the spot. It is what it is. And brother Hayoka 33, I did a video on cyborgs, man. Let me know if you check that out. Let me know what you think, man. Let me know what you think. Let me know how I did on that one. I don't think it was as good as AI. It was good, though. I'm proud of it. But let me know what you think. Miss AKA Lady, that's why a woman can't ignore the top portion of the 80%. If you got the right mind and the right man has the work ethic, then getting more money ain't a thing. Right. Absolutely. But average women don't think like that. They're not trying to build. They're not trying to work on nothing. They want the guy already put together. Right? They want that guy already done. He's already there. He's doing it. That's what they want. They're not, you know what I mean? Most women aren't trying to make that investment because they could be wrong. And then they waste time. You know what I mean? As time goes on, they know that women on some level realize they're losing leverage as time goes on. They don't want to admit it out loud a lot of times, but they understand that. A lot of women understand that they're, again, shout out to Myron Gaines. And I'm not trying to sound sexist, but a lot of women understand that their sexual value, I'm talking about their value in the sexual marketplace only. I'm not talking about their value in life and all that kind of stuff or their ability to do things. I'm just talking about their sexual marketplace value is tied directly to their looks and their age. It is what it is. It's a shitty thing. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And women understand that. So they don't want to make that investment in a guy and to be the wrong guy. And they waste 4, 5, 6, 8 years. Right? They just like, damn, he didn't pan out. Shit, what do I do now? Right? They don't want to do that. I know some women who are older, they're absolutely stunning. But their sexual marketplace value is lower than it was when they were, 22 years old. And I tell that to women all the time. We had these discussions. I'm like, yo, you as beautiful as you are, you cannot compete with your 22-year-old self. But I can compete with my 22-year-old self, and I can blow my 22-year-old self out the water because I've done the work. 52-year-old Saint is killing 22-year-old Saint. Now, 22-year-old Saint was a savage. You know what I mean? So it's like a whole nother kind of thing. It's not like I'm regretting anything. Boy, I was doing my thing. Trust me when I tell you. I had tons of women. I had tons of fun. And I tell you what I didn't have tons of? Money. I did not have money, but it did not matter because I had game. And that was enough. But the male equivalent to that would be physically, I'm no match for my 22-year-old self. Physically, I'm no match. And that's the difference. You feel me? Like financially, I'm set. I can do whatever I want to do, but I can't run those missions that I ran when I was 22 years old and I was a paratrooper doing what we were doing. I can't do it. I could barely lift the equipment. I certainly couldn't put all that equipment on and jump out of an airplane. I'll break myself right now. I'm old, right? I can't compete. Now, women don't have to compete physically with their younger selves, but when you're talking about the sexual marketplace and everything is based on your looks, that's the equivalent. And it's a shitty deal, ladies. I know it is. It's a shitty deal, but it is what it is, right? Some women get it. Some women don't. But the wall comes for us all, men and women. If you guys don't know about the wall, let me know. I could do a show about it. Brother Rozelle, you're right, DL. I'm aware of this sort of thing. I'm a sort of venting because I keep thinking about how this downgrades her and will be detriment to her future relationship seeking. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a problem, especially the problem with most of these young people coming up is everything is filmed. There's proof of what you were doing. And that's definitely going to hurt you. That's definitely going to hurt you. Someone can, stumble onto this YouTube page. And we kind of went through her, thumbnails, and it wasn't that terrible. But there was a little bit of thirst trapping going on right there. And you see something like that as a top tier guy, you're like, oh, hold on. You know what I mean? You can pump the brakes on that. I don't know about her. She's willing to do this for attention. What else is she willing to do for attention now that she's older? You know what I mean? So that's part of it. You know what I mean? Like I tell people, man, do your dirt all by your lonely. Keep your skeletons in the closet where they belong. No evidence. Plausible deniability only works if there's no evidence, right? President Bill Clinton understands this more than anybody else. He would have got away with it if it wasn't for that dress. No evidence, people. And ain't nothing but, all these kids dry snitching on themselves these days. All of them. You know what I mean? So I ain't saying don't do your dirt. All I'm saying is, one, do your dirt all by your lonely. Shout out to Naughty by Nature. And two, keep your skeletons in the closet. If your plan is to use plausible deniability, there better not be any proof. All right, so that's it, man. I'm done. I just wanted to run that. Thanks for rocking with me, y'all. I really appreciate it. You know what I mean? Sister AKA lady, you have to be aware of your digital footprint. Don't make it easy to get twisted up. Absolutely. 100%. We all went through it. We all was sexting. I ain't gonna lie to you. Put one in the chat if you ever sent a sext picture. A sext. I did. Let me put a one in the chat. A one in the chat if you've ever engaged in sexting. You know what I mean? I did a little bit, and then I realized, I'm like, oh man, this stuff don't go anywhere. This stuff goes to the cloud. Let me stop. let me stop. And if you're gonna do all that, just make sure your head ain't in it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure this ain't in it. Whatever you send in, make sure they don't. Like I can't, I got to make sure you don't see the tats. You know what I mean? Move out the way. I got a couple tats. I like to keep my tats hidden, but if you see my airborne tat, there's still a little bit of plausible deniability there. But yeah, man, Sister Miss AKA lady is 100% on point. Don't make it easy to get twisted up. So anyway, I'm out of here. Brother Ross, thank you so much for coming out. Miss AKA lady, Miss Globe girl, thank you so much. Brother Michael, hope Brother Jose was in here tonight. Appreciate that so much. Brother O all the way from South Africa was in here. I hope you had a good time. And everyone else who was in here, thank y'all so much. Brother Doug, I can't forget Brother Doug. Brother Jason was up in the house. That was Brother Jason Johnson. Thank y'all so much for coming out, supporting. We're gonna keep grinding, y'all. We just gotta get the videos up. We gotta get the views up. That's all we gotta do. Wonderful 34 is in the house. Thank you, brother. About to go. What up, man? We out of here. We leaving. We just saying our goodbyes. Check us out on Team Replay. Thanks for showing up. You know what I mean? Let me give you a horn for coming in last. You know what I'm saying? So that's it, man. I'm DL Saint. This is the DL Saint I Really Want to Know podcast, man. I'll talk to y'all later.
Darn, that's the end.
Peace.